First at 4:30 by getting you up to speed today. State Representative David Cook was arrested overnight for an extreme DUI. The Republican lawmaker allegedly had a breath alcohol content of .159 after he was stopped by DPS. According to DPS, Cook was uncooperative after being pulled over near the 202 in McDowell. Also breaking this afternoon, President Trump has just announced that Secretary of Defense James Mattis will step down at the end of February. This comes just a day after the president surprised U.S. allies and members of Congress, announcing the withdrawal of U.S. troops from Syria. The president says a new Secretary of Defense will be named shortly.
Also breaking right now, this is the scene from Coulter at State Route 51, where you can see a car crashed into a house right there. Phoenix Fire says they transported the driver who had critical injuries. Police are now saying that that man has died. No one inside the home was injured, and we are working to get more details on what exactly led up to that crash. A man is in custody following an officer-involved shooting that took place at an apartment complex off 22nd Avenue in Dunlap. Phoenix police called the U.S. Marshals to get help with that arrest. Officers found the man inside a car at the apartment complex, and he refused commands to get out. The situation escalated, and an officer fired shots at the suspect. The suspect was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries and is now in custody.
And Phoenix police also involved in a deadly shooting near 36th Street and Oak. Police responded to a Circle K where a man had thrown something through a window. They found him a short time later in a neighborhood. He hit one of the officers with some sort of a metal tool, and that's when police officers opened fire on the suspect. The suspect died at the hospital.
A Chandler woman arrested accused of using a stolen identity to get a new nursing license. ADOT detectives say 40-year-old Laura Bell's license was revoked for insurance fraud. Detectives say Bell used a fake driver's license and Superior Court name change form to petition her alma mater, the University of South Alabama, to change the name on her official transcripts. She is charged with forgery and identity fraud.
The Phoenix City Council has announced a series of 5 public meetings to talk about the proposed $230 million deal to keep the Suns at the Talking Stick Arena in downtown. The meetings will happen starting January the 5th and will run through the 10th. The council is set to vote on the deal January 23rd.
Media mogul Harvey Weinstein was dealt a blow in a New York courtroom this morning. Weinstein's legal team filed a motion to have 6 charges of sexual assault dropped and argued the case has been, quote, irreparably tainted. But a New York judge dismissed that motion, meaning the trial will move forward. Weinstein pleaded not guilty to charges of sexual assault earlier this year.
President Trump informed the House Republican leaders today that he will not sign a bill to avoid a government shutdown without money for a border wall. Now Republican lawmakers are scrambling to avoid a partial shutdown. Hanging in the balance, more than 400,000 federal employees who will have to go without pay over the holidays if Congress doesn't work this out by tomorrow night.